Hey, what a great speech. It was interesting because these kinds of speeches, it's kind of laid out for you, and so you have to make it your own. And I think you did a great job of personalizing this structured speech that was given to you. You had excellent expressiveness, which was one of the stated goals in that packet that you gave. And I think you could maybe use a little bit more expressiveness, but your overall expressiveness was very engaging, and you came across as somebody who's very passionate about this topic. And it's probable that you are passionate about this topic. And you presented this speech with credibility. And I think that credibility came from your introduction, which I'm beginning to realize how important introductions are, thanks to you. And I think your content, your delivery, all fed into this credibility that you have. So I want to point out a few things that you can improve on. You asked me to look at your language. So I want to point out the one thing that really stood out to me. The very first line of your speech was, "What do you care?" And "what do you care" in American English is idiomatic. Sometimes it can be used in a defensive manner. Someone says, "What are you doing with that bicycle?" And I go, "What do you care?" Because I'm putting them off. And so I want to caution you to be careful with your idioms in the English language. So maybe one of the things you can do is present your speech to Craig or somebody else and say, "Hey, can you help me look for places where the idioms might be coming across the wrong way?" Otherwise, I think your English is great. I think you told me once how long you've been here, but I've forgotten what it was. But I think you may be more self-conscious about your English than you need to be. I think I would love for this speech to have more benefits to having core values beyond the manager-to-employee relationship. I think there's a lot of ways that core values can help us all in our personal lives and our professional lives outside of that relationship. So I would like to see that added to this speech. And then you passed out this sheet and had us all look at it. And this, I think, is both engaging to the audience, but also potentially detrimental because it distracted us. It was a little bit uncomfortable. And this exercise has a potential for us to start thinking, which means we're going to stop paying attention to you, which is kind of bad. What I recommend instead is that you save that pass-out sheet for the end as something for us to take away from this speech. And instead, ask the audience to think of core values that they may already have, or have a list on the screen and ask somebody just to say something about that. But besides that, your speech was valuable to me. And I really appreciated you giving this speech today, despite the fact it being kind of prepackaged for you. You did an amazing job of presenting it. Thank you very much.